Hi there, students. A pennant. So thank you to Ronan for the suggestion for this video. A pennant is a small triangular flag. And this pennant is normally used on naval ships, and it indicates what's happening. It gives information. It sends a message. So, for example, you could have a commissioning pennant, which means that the ship is being commissioned. It's being used for the first time. Or a church pennant, indicating that a religious service is taking place on board the ship. So a pennant, it's a small triangular flag that it gives information, or it designates the ship. A pennant that shows that this is the ship of the Commodore, for example. Now, you can also use this word pennant for cavalry. Maybe you've seen the cavalry officers with their long lance, and at the top, one of them has a little triangular flag. This is either to identify the unit or to serve as a rallying point, a place where after the charge they all meet again. A pennant, this is something in sports as well. A competition. You can win the pennant for a competition. Particularly, let's see, the American League pennant about baseball. The New York Yankees have won the American League pennant more than any other team. And also a pennant, a triangular flag to show support for a particular athletic team. This is very American as well. But at the end of the day, a pennant is a small triangular flag. So a small triangular flag used on a ship to give signals. Or a flag given to a team that wins a sports league, particularly in baseball. The White Sox beat the Red Sox to win the pennant. Okay, so a pennant. Yeah, a pennant is a type of flag typically used for signalling or as an emblem. Yeah, and it's normally this triangular shape. And there are people who collect pennants from vintage pennants with unique designs or significant victories. This phrase pennant, or this word pennant, has been used since at least the 17th century. A pennant. So the pennant can signify a championship or a victory in the league, particularly in sports, or to signal that you were successful. The pennant fluttered in the wind. She proudly wore her pennant pin on her jacket. So it's a pin with the little triangular pennant showing that her team have won something, or she supports that team. The ship's pennant colours represented its country of origin. The pennant banner was decorated with bright colours. The pennant logo was embroidered on the team's uniform. So a pennant, a long triangular flag. Maybe you've seen these cavalcades of cars. And you will see these little flags flying perhaps from the aerial, or flying at the front. These could be pennants. The second car was flying the Jamaican pennant. In baseball, a pennant is a flag given to the top team in the championship. The championship is also called the Pennant. Okay, a flag on a ship, a triangular flag, used in signalling, and this is a pennant. The wall of the fam's room was covered in team pennants. A long triangular pennant, by definition, flew from the mast of the ship. She bought a pennant as a souvenir of her trip to the city. The pennant symbolised victory and success. We hung a pennant outside the store to attract customers. The pennant patch on his backpack showed his love of hiking. Okay, so a pennant, it's like a sign, but it's a triangular flag. As to origin, this comes from Pennant, Middle English, from Latin penna, a feather. I think maybe like a feather in your cap or something like that. Compare the word pinion as well. So, formality. I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. I think you could use it anywhere. So, pennant. Bye for now.